What's up? What's up? We're live in the building, coming through. You know, you know what time it is. Talking some boxing. Salute, Chitlin distributor. Salute to a real one, man. That's the crazy thing about the internet, boxing, right? It's just a sport. It's entertainment, but that's the crazy thing, man. The internet is forever. You know what I mean? Long after we're all gone, all these YouTube clips and shows, and people are gonna examine these things, man. It's forever. It's gonna last a long time. So hopefully you've seen the thumbnail, and I was just as surprised as you guys. You know what I'm saying? What did I come to see? That's the crazy thing, man. People post shit. Damn. I wish I could show you guys. I'm trying to get everything up and running again because it really helps with the visuals. But you look at the thumbnail. My thumbnail has an article from Boxing News 24 talking about Eddie Hearn is open to matching Jerron Ennis against the aging champions Jamel Charlo and Earl Spence. Right, and this comes from a content creator by the name of Bruce Vance, some angry. I'm assuming he's African American. He has a really Latino fetish. Go check him out. He's extremely racist piece of shit, right? He makes fun of Latinos. He says he has a video entitled "Ice at the Canelo Alvarez fight." So go check him out, man. Go tell him how great he is. You know what I mean? Like, it really helps. But yeah, he has a beef with Jerron Ennis. Somebody posted a video of him saying that Vergil Ortiz is a duck. I'm gonna get it up and running, man, where I can show the proof in the pudding. Salute Jack Dempsey. Salute Frank Bay. Thank you. Salute. Exactly. So it gets better day by day, man. It gets better day by day. Go look, Boxing 24. Vergil was taking some heat because he said his dream fight is Earl Spence. And come to find out, it's actually Jerron Ennis who had and Eddie Hearn who dropped the name first. So they were talking about fighting those guys before Vergil had mentioned anything. And this is the thing about YouTube, boxing, the internet. Nobody said anything. Nobody had batted an eye. Nobody cared. Everybody was okay with it. So on X, Twitter, I don't know if you guys are on Twitter, but as you know, I put in the description, Vergil Ortiz, they're selling wolf tickets. We know this, but unless we come and speak and pinpoint, salute the boxing scientists. If that the real boxing scientists, I don't know. There's like 50 of those guys. Salute, fool. Salute. Hit the like, guys. You got to hit the like. We're gaining motion. We're growing. The video numbers are growing. We're getting more comments. So, I would like to put out more and more stuff. But, I have other obligations. So I only have, a certain amount of time. So I'm trying to get the clips and the videos like I used to have. And once I get that, back rolling, it'll be a lot more entertaining. Right now I'm on the standard StreamYard, and man, it just helps with the visuals. You can see the articles. I could post the clips. I'm just using my phone so you guys can hear the audio. Right. But I'm glad you're tuning in. But I'm giving you the truth. You're not going to hear it anywhere else. If you go anywhere else, like, there's other people on YouTube, they're talking their talk. But, they're not saying nothing. Frank is the only Norteño I respect. I don't bang, fool. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't bang. I don't gang bang. You know what I'm saying? Maybe run a gang bang. Nah, I don't want to talk like that. This is really me. I got doxxed last year, but I owned up to how I look. Hey, man. Yeah, I remember that, bro. I mean, look, that was then. This is now. That's why I don't get into beefs, man. Like, if people don't like me, they don't like me, and I'm cool with that. And I dropped the link. That's what I'm here for, to talk to you guys. I'm here to talk boxing. I don't get drawn into the other stuff, but you handle your biz how you handle it. But good, the more the better, right? So And I don't know, it still may not be you. You guys are hilarious, bro. Honest to goodness. It is good times here, man. It is good times here. Everybody having fun. But on a real note, man, I really believe you're not gonna hear it. All you're gonna hear is Vergil Ortiz a duck and Jerron Ennis wants to smoke. What's up, Jack? Jack, he says, fuck the haters. Frank, they jealous. They can't do what we're doing. I agree, and it's unpopular. You know what's popular is to bash Vergil Ortiz. He's a duck. And this is the sad part is that the truth doesn't matter. Okay, I'm not gonna. That's too much information. I don't think that's you then if you're putting that out there. Anyway, uh, the truth matters still. See, that's the thing. People run with rumors and narratives, but the truth matters. I played you the clips of Jerron and his team ducking. The truth matters. And like I said, even, big time creators, Show Jizz got upset in his feelings because he said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happened back then. And I explained to you, well, you guys are the guys that let their girl cheat on them and then take her back, right? She ghosts you after banging other dudes, and you're like, oh, well, that was then. She's faithful now. You know what I mean? You try to convince yourself and Chris, your homeboys and your family that she's a changed whore. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you to your face, you're a simp and a sucker and you're getting played. And that's what's happening to all these people getting played. But here's the thing, man. Vergil Ortiz on the 10-8 bucket, the 10-8 podcast was on there, and he was answering the fans' questions. Right? Vergil Ortiz, after all the shit people are talking, has the nuts and guts to get on and not only speak to content creators, but he has the guts to speak to the fans. Now, I've never seen Jerron Ennis do that. When they said he was ducking, he disappeared. In fact, he lied and said that he didn't have his phone. He doesn't check social media, which we know is a damn lie. Right? But Vergil Ortiz came and answered all the smoke. Who does that? Name one fighter that will come on and speak to the people. Go check it out, 10-8 podcast. They have it's a I believe it's a what is it? It's an hour and 30-minute podcast, right? Frankie, what's up, Boxing Kangaroo? Salute. You should. I don't know if you knew, but Vergil was speaking to the fans and people were calling. It should have been you that they got on there and asked the questions. But the same dummies kept asking the same question in a different way. And Vergil said, look, I wanted to fight Jerron Ennis. But on the internet, the usual suspects, they get on and they say, oh, Vergil said he could fight whoever he wants. They took a 40-minute interview and used a 30-second soundbite. This is how disingenuous, fraudulent, lying sack of shits they are. These people are liars or they're stupid. They took 30 seconds of him saying I can fight who I want with no context, right? When he let it be known he wanted to fight Jerron Ennis, that was his number one choice. But did they play that clip? No. But he explained to you what happened. He came on. The Crips always lie. It's in their DNA. Yeah, I don't know why. They were looking desperate out there, right? They had the man, and they were able to ask him questions, and everybody was pretty polite. Oh, yo, Vergil, what about whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop? And they never confronted him because he was speaking to their face. That's what when I went at it with Show Jizz, look up Show Jizz the adult. Try to find his Vergil Ortiz Twitter tweets where I responded, Frank Bay Niner. And I went and I said, hey, nutsack. You don't have the cojones to tell Vergil he's a duck. It's real bitch made to call him a duck. You have access to him. I say, I know you have access. You're with the zone. You're big time. Why don't you ask him? Yeah, Jamel Herring's show. But it was also simulcast on 10-8. Of course, that's who makes the money. Yeah, Jamel Herring, he was on there last night. They broke it down. There's clips. Uh, but these fraudulent, weird, just lying, just despicable people. I don't know if they're boxing content creators. They're just on Twitter, on X, but they had the nerve to use 30 seconds of a 40-minute interview. Goddamn, Jamal kept interacting. Yeah. You will never see Boots Ennis do that. After he was accused of ducking, turning down Turkey Al Sheikh, which I played the clips. Did he go on a podcast? Did maybe he talked to podcasters, but he never talked to the people. Vergil is a man of the people. How can you disrespect and slander a man who speaks to the fans? Nobody with him. He's not getting, his handlers are not there coaching him. He's speaking to the people. The people, you and me. He spoke to the motherfuckers that don't like him. He said, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I block you idiots out. You people are stupid and I block you out. So you know what they did? They took 30 seconds of what he said. 30 seconds. And I've been playing it over and over as if he didn't say, hey, when Jaron fought Lima, that was supposed to be us. They just ignored that. They just ignored it. But does it matter? How does that make sense? Here is Vergil speaking.
As well as Oscar. I could say the same thing about him. How come we didn't fight at Boots' first fight at 154? Supposedly he's supposed to be the future number one pound for pound fighter. How come they had to get someone that was easily, we all know easily it was going to be a first round, second round knockout. We all know how that fight was going to play out. If he has that much confidence in him, how come we didn't make that fight happen next? Because that was the fight. This fight that happened right here, that was supposed to be that fight versus me and him. So Eddie Hearn can say anything that he wants. The box fight that happened right here, that was supposed to be that fight versus me and him. So Eddie Hearn can say anything that he wants.
That's why the internet is forever. Did you guys hear that? And yeah, he said the Charlos dug Vergil. Bro, this is the internet, bro. It's all up. Look at my thumbnail. Eddie Hearn is the one who mentioned Earl Spence and Jamel Charlo for Jaron Ennis. But they're saying Vergil is a duck because he mentioned Earl Spence. But you'll never hear these people say it. Salute Night Murph. Let me ask you guys a question. Why does this never get brought up? Why? I don't understand. Is there a conspiracy? Is it jealousy, as some people are saying? When isn't Eddie sounding desperate? Yeah, but they slammed Vergil and called him a duck. Even though he gets on, he's speaking to the people. Look, man, okay, I guess I'm going to be called a Vergil Ortiz dick rider, a meat lover, whatever, but I just stand with truth. How about some integrity from these people? That's all I'm asking. That's all we're asking. It's not hard to say, hey, man, why don't you tell the entire truth? But you'll never get that. You'll get, oh, he wants to fight Earl. He's a duck. We don't want to see that. Even and big time creators like Shojas. But when I said, if this guy, the 10-8 Botcast, who's not a very big channel, Jamel Herring is not a big channel. As a professional boxer, he has like 1K subscribers that he's not even monetized. So these guys are just regular people like you and I. They're not in the industry. So I said, hey, Shojas, you talk to Benavidez, you talk to all these guys. Why don't you get Vergil on? Ask him yourself. Call him a duck. I want you to show some cojones like you're talking to me. He's talking all crazy like a keyboard warrior. I was respectful. He's talking about bitch this, you're a bitch ass, whatever. Da. I said, you know what, bro? It's cool. You're on top right now, but guess what? Everything that goes up must come down. It won't last, Shojas. nothing lasts forever, homeboy, especially if you lack character and integrity. Because I think, Vergil's cool, man. He's cool as shit, bro. He was talking to people. He let these mopes go on and run. I mean, they were asking nonsense. The host, Jamel Herring, had to tell him, bro, you keep asking him the same damn question 10 times over. Like, he already explained to you what we just heard. Eddie Hearn, they didn't want the fight. They didn't want the fight. But even at that, why didn't they send Jaron Ennis? Why didn't he go to the people? Why didn't he talk to the fans and say, hey, man, look, this is what's going on. Say something. Let the people hear something. Here's Vergil also. Shout out 10-8 Podcast. Go check him out. Like, subscribe. I just want to play a clip. Let's hear what Vergil had to say about Xander.
As far as fighting, like Xander, look, I hate saying that I'm the bigger name or whatever, this and that, but what, like, bro, like, who did he fight for that belt? I don't know the guy. Like, do you know his name?
Angel.
This is right.
Look, he's telling you guys. I done said that. Who the fuck was that guy? Xander got a layup. Look, salute Xander, what he's doing. But that was a motherfucking layup. But these mopes are trying to say, oh, but you could have went and got a belt. Da 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 da. Bro, I got another clip from this piece of shit, Bruce Vanes. Go like and subscribe. He's a real racist piece of shit. But he doesn't like Jaron Ennis. Called him a duck. Here is him explaining that Jaron Ennis actually turned down Murataliev. They said, because that was the question they were asking Vergil. Why don't that tough Russian go fight him? Here's a clip.
Tell her to go into her
Rosie done turned it down. I reached out for Rosie with the lawyers on the phone. Rosie don't want it. Like you just said, they want to pick who they want to and get a lot of money.
So you on the record saying you've heard out of Bosie's mouth he turned down Kathy Dula and the Russian?
I'm going on record.
Wow.
Did you guys hear that? That's somebody I guess close to his name's Leon Muhammad. He's an ex-boxer. He has ties with Jaron Ennis. If that was false, they would have sued him and the content creator that put that out. That's him explaining that Jaron Ennis turned down Murataliev. He was explaining that Kathy Duva, who is his manager, they reached out to Ennis, and he's saying Bosie Ennis, who speaks for Jaron, had said they just want easy fights for big money. That's what they've been getting. This is what we know. This is what we've seen. You heard it. And we know that if this was false, they would have, like Clarissa's doing, suing people, they would have slandered him, right? Mexican boxing. Vergil will become the next face of boxing. Yeah. If anybody wants to hop on, let me know, drop the link. I'm just going to let you guys know what I uncovered, the new evidence. But I think I discovered groundbreaking evidence showing, as you've seen in the thumbnail, Eddie Hearn was the first one talking about going after Charlo and Spence for Jaron Ennis. Okay, Carl, I will in a minute. Let me just get it off. Yeah, Boots scared of a real fight. He was forced to fight Vergil, but he wasn't. See, that's the thing. If you go around the media, social media, the internet, everybody's slandering Vergil. Fine. You want to call him a duck. You want to say this. You want to say that. Okay, fine. See, that's the thing with life too. That everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? No matter how ignorant it is. No matter how ignorant it is, they're entitled to it. But do you see them here? Do you see them hop on? Now, they'll go on other panels, they'll go other shows, and they'll hop on because they'll all get together and be like, yeah, man, he ducking, man. Yeah, we know Boots. He jumped in the ring. That's proof. These fools, and I call them fools, think that jumping in the ring means he definitely wants to fight. And I get that. If you're a fool and you don't see and read between the lines, You think if a these guys think girls in the strip club like them. That's what it's akin to. If you think Jaron Ennis jumping in the ring, man, he definitely wanted to fight and Virgil didn't, then you think strippers like you. That's you. That's how ignorant and foolish you are. Right? But he already turned it down. And again, that was a clip from Bruce Vane, who talked to somebody that is close with the Ennises. He knows their name. He knows Boozy Ennis. And if he was lying, they would have hit him with the cease and desist as slander. So you know there's truth to it. But nobody's bringing it up. Yes, that guy, Bruce Vane, he said there were several names. That was what he was talking with Turkey. There was a lot of names on the table, but he said he wanted 2 tune-ups. Vergil was one of the names, Murataliev. So it's not just Vergil. See, that's the other thing they're missing. They lie so much, they forget what they lie about. Right? This is what I'm here for. I'm bringing the receipts. I'm bringing the notes. I didn't make this up. It's just quick. It's a simple search, bro. They lie and duck so much they forget what they say. The only reason I know that guy put that out is because somebody that is a racist piece of shit as him had said that Vergil was ducking. They're both. No, we know one guy wanted to fight. We know one guy is talking to the fans the next day. Where's the other guy? Why isn't he able to show proof that Vergil's ducking? Because Jaron Ennis jumped in the ring? But as somebody said, was there a contract right there that they could have signed? No, it's posturing. But we know when an actual offer was given to Jaron Ennis, he ducked it. Most backfires are tear to fight tall. You know, the way it looks, that might be true. And again, before we get called racist or biased, look, man, people are entitled to their opinion, but they're basing it on what they see. They're basing it off what they see. We know Vergil's last opponents. Lubin has been a challenger, has been in the ring, beat Jesus Ramos. I mean, I think Ramos got robbed, but that's a great quality win. He wasn't washed, as they say he is. Madrimov, who arguably beat or drew with Bud Crawford, Vergil beat him extremely more convincingly. Anti-racist. Exactly. I don't even know the meaning. Right? To be racist, you have to have power. Right? It's just more bigotry. You know, we all have biases. It's okay to have biases. That's the way we were raised. Our parents raised us with morals and values that maybe are different from other people. Again, these people are entitled to their opinion. But when you hit them with straight facts, Adam, hit the like, don't be a hater. When you hit them with the facts, they don't know what to say. They use one clip. Amok, sup nerds, sup amok. They use one clip of Vergil saying he can fight whoever he wants. And they play it over and over and over, and that means he's a duck. Even though in the same interview, he says, yeah, if I have my choice, I want Jaron Ennis. And he explains that, you know, boxing is a business and da-da-da-da-da-da. But Jaron Ennis is saying the same thing a month earlier. Eddie Hearn had said it first. But there was no outrage. Daniel Blancas destroys Mbili. Same thing with Mbili. I said that. I tweeted it out. Or X'd it out. Mbili, it wants to fight Munguia. He wants to fight Munguia for the bread, for the dough. Another Mexican they need. Nobody cares. It's not a duck. They understand. It's business. And it's a good fight. Do you see the parallels? You see the hypocrisy? Adam. Vergil's beating around the bush too. Has been asked several interviews about fighting Boots, and his answers are beating around the bush. Well, I would fight Boots, but it's not that simple. Because he already said yes. Adam, I'll drop the link, hop on and explain your case. But unless you got actual proof like we have of Turkey Ali saying Boots gave his word, Adam. You know, like Tony Montana said, I don't like God in this world is my balls and my word, and I break them from nobody. Where's your boy when he broke his word? Did he go talk to the people before and after Lima Bean? Did he go like Vergil and talk to the people, the fans with no help? No. Dude, his own people are saying he ducked Maritaliev also. He turned down all those guys. It's on record. Where's your proof? Is what you think? Are you that guy that thinks the girl in the strip club likes you? You are that guy. I'm getting the feeling, she says, "Hi, Adam. How you doing, boo? Oh, man, she liked me, bro." That's what you are, because you think because Jerron Ennis was there and stepped in the ring, that meant he wanted. Nah, I don't work like that, bro. They got to have a legitimate, actual money on the table offer. And nothing like that was ever there. At least not right now. Boots turned down the contract to fight Ortiz in Saudi. And he probably thinks that they like him. Look up in the last couple. He beat. Bro, he said, what part about he said yes you don't get? He explained it to you. And if you talk about because he said he would like to fight Earl Spence, look at my thumbnail. Eddie Hearn and Jerron and his team had wanted that first. So where's your proof? Again, I can provide proofs and facts. This is not just me. They said that not only did he dug Vergil, he dug Maritaliev. Just because he jumped in the ring, you think he wants him? Vergil said yes. I mean, what more does he have to do? And he explained to you that he still wants the Jerron Ennis fight. He said if it was up to me, my choice is Jerron Ennis. But after he was turned down, they moved on. That's what you do, Adam. See, Adam, you're the type that when your girl ghosts you, you sit around waiting while she bangs other dudes. And you say, hey, bro, you know what? She just needs time, bro. And when she comes back, because you got a little better job, a little more money, you go, oh, it's okay, girl. You know what? I'm going to help you out. That's you, Adam. You're that type. Because no matter what you see, that she's out, doing whatever, while you're sitting being faithful, waiting for her, you're a simp, bro. Yeah, Vergil's a monster, bro. And Adam, who would you believe, though? The guy who changed his mind, gave his word and changed his mind, or the guy who is out in front of it, who is speaking to people, to podcasts that are not big names, and to the fans? That's who matters. You and I. He was taking calls. There was nobody coaching him, helping him, telling him what to say. He was being honest. Yeah, Adam's sitting waiting for the phone to ring, saying, bro, I don't believe you, bro. She's not out doing that. She just needs time, bro, to figure it out. You know when a girl says that? Adam, I just need time to figure it out. I'm a little confused. And Adam's like, it's okay, girl. Take your time. I'll be here waiting for you, girl. I'll be here waiting like a good guy. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not going for the BS. You know what I mean? I'm not. And if you disagree and you feel like, you're in your feelings. You're like, oh, I feel Vergil's being shaky. How is he being shaky when he's speaking to the people? What person that really wants to lie is willing to come out and speak to the damn people? Where's your boy Boots? Have you heard him talk about any of this? What I heard is he said, yeah, I'm not on social media, so I don't know what happened with the turkey and Boots and Vergil. Frank, I'm convinced you got to talk to them like Boots, all slurring and stuttering. Yeah, I don't know. He just, with the sunglasses, looking like a Unabomber. It's real shady. You don't see that with Vergil. He ain't about the hype. He don't got on like 10 pounds. Yo, salute, never sobers, cutthroat. He's right there. He's right there for the people, bro. So no, I don't stay with bitches like you, bro. You're the one that is pretending Ennis didn't do that. Ortiz Jr. Kangaroo. Okay, I think that's the man from down under. But yeah, Virgil was on a podcast. Go check it out, the 10-8 podcast. Let me just do something real quick, Carl, and I'll get you up. He was talking to the people. But the reason I came on is because Jerron Ennis, wish I could show you guys with the thumbnail, is they were mentioning Earl Spence first and Charlo. Salute.
Yo, what up? What up?
What up? Go
Frankie?
ahead, man.
How are you,
Yeah,
bro?
I'm good, bro. What's up?
Hey, look, who we gonna believe, bro? Who we gonna believe? The dude making a bit of noise at 54, or the dude going fucking 24 rounds with a guy named Karen and fighting guys named Lima? Huh? What are we gonna do here? Come on, let's just put a little bit into perspective here, people. Let's try and use that little part of our fucking brain we got left. Let's just use that little part. You know that little part that retains memory? Some guys don't have it, bro. Some people. And you know what, Frankie? I've worked out, bro. You can fix a lot of things in people, but you can't fix fucking stupid, bro. Some people, like I said before, their parents are stupid. And when they
Yeah.
when they breed, their kids are just a little less stupid or a little more stupid. So I think that's the era we're in, bro.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if they're just lying or stupid, but my thing, Carl, is that too bad you missed it. Is Virgil was on a podcast and he came to speak to the people. He was answering the fans' questions. You know how like we're talking and like Adam is talking. Adam, hop on. Most fighters, if they got, especially if they got something to hide, they won't answer the questions. When have you ever seen Jerron Ennis talk to the fans? Have you ever?
Nah, mate. I saw him on that cigar talk or whatever the fuck it was. It's the only time I've ever seen him. And you know what, Frank? That was when I heard his bullshit story of him staying at 47 because he didn't want to fight Vergil. Did not want that fight, bro. I'm staying at 47 and I'm unified. I'm going to become undisputed. So I went, right, there's 2 belts there he's got to get. So that's going to take him a year and a half, 2 years. So he won't be eating steak for another 2 years, bro. He'll be on a liquid lunch. Like he'll be on, you know what I mean? Like for that dude to stay at 47 for another year and a half, it just wasn't fathomable, bro. Have a look at the size of that motherfucker. How he ever made 47 blows my mind. And he's going to stay there for another year and a half. What? He'll be fucking 37-0 and undisputed at 47. But what are we talking about, bro? Like 47 is fucking weak, man. It's weak. It's a fucking poxy division. You know,
Yeah.
for guys like Barrios and fucking Rolly Romero to hold full world titles, bro, come on.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look, is Jerron Ennis a good fighter? Yeah, he's a good fighter, but I mean, we just can't overcome the fact that he turned down the fight. And all I'm hearing is, oh, that was then, this is now, he wants it now. And okay, I get that. But did you see my thumbnail where Eddie Hearn had mentioned fighting Jamel Charlo and Earl Spence in 2026?
Yes.
Okay, that's on Boxing News 24. They always put out articles. But Eddie Hearn is on record saying that, and nobody said anything. But why is there outrage when Vergil said it? What do you think, Carl?
I'll tell you why. Because Eddie's the promoter, and Eddie will fucking sell. He's a snake oil salesman, bro. So it's all right when it happens for him because Turkey knows the way Boots is moving, bro. Why do you think Turkey said, I ain't paying for that shit for you and Lima? Fucking Eddie can sort that shit out. And Eddie's just going to keep beating this drum like he did with Boo Boo, bro. And how'd that turn out?
Damn, that's a good ass point. Yep.
You know, like Eddie can't promote these black American fighters, man. He's a fucking Brit. Like, he's got no idea on the landscape and he just talks a big game. And, mate, you can't tell me that Boots isn't a fucking diva. Yeah, could you imagine what his demands would be, his contract demands, bro? Why do you think he hasn't fought any cunt, bro? Let's keep it a buck here.
There's two things to that. I played a clip earlier with somebody who's close with the Ennis camp saying that he turned down that Russian Mirataliev because the father told him they just want easy money fights. That was his words verbatim. And they never responded. So I'm assuming it's true because if it wasn't true, then I'm sure they would sue that guy, right? Like, wouldn't you sue somebody making up false things like that?
Of course, bro. It's going to affect your bottom line, bro. If it, look, that's what it's all about. I just think this guy Boots. I just think he's a fucking prima donna, bro. He's a fucking diva. He wants it all his way. Like, how much would it? And here's the thing, man. Eddie Hearn was paying Devin Haney huge money to fight the guys like Jojo Diaz and Jorge Linares. Paying Devin Haney huge dollars, bro. More money than any other promotional company in America would ever pay him. He was getting $3 million for fighting guys like that, man. I mean, so Boots would have jumped all over that shit, man. And Eddie he'd be just, yeah, okay, Boots. Hopefully we get you into a good title fight soon. Hopefully we get you a big killer. But and see, this is the problem, bro. When you fight these middle of the road type guys, I think it's career suicide for Boots. I tell you right, if Boots fought Vergil tomorrow, Vergil would wipe the fucking floor with that cunt. Number one, Vergil's been in the ring with way better opposition. Way better. He's been at 54 for 5 fights. He's had 5 fights in 2 years at 54, bro. He had his 2 tune-ups, and he's gone Boachuk, Madrimov, and Lubin after those 2 tune-ups in a bit over a year and a half, man. So tell me what the fuck Boots has done in a year and a half, bro. Tell me what that cocksucker's done. And man, I was big on, you know what? When I first come to the YTBC, bro, the first take I was given was Punch Drunk in 2019 or something. I remember Punch Drunk used to have Boots on his channel all the fucking time, man. And man, Punch Drunk was riding with fucking Boots, but you know what? He got sick of the bullshit. So what did he do? He wiped him like a dirty ass. Just talking shit, man. Like, come on, people. A guy's 35-0 and fought no fucking decent. Got no one on his resume, bro. No one.
Yeah, be patient with me real quick. I found a clip. Because everybody agrees with us, dude. Like, here it is. And some of you guys may like this guy, may not. But this is Max Kellerman explaining Boots has done nothing. Let's hear it real quick.
People are saying that if Vergil and Boots do fight next, it's too big a fight to happen without the Ring Magazine Championship on the line. It sure would be convenient, right? Because that's the biggest fight you can make in the division, and it should crown a champion. Shady, do you agree with that?
I don't agree with that, though. And I love Boots, and I want Boots to win that fight, but I look around and I think we love Boots because what he looks like, right? When you talk about the eyeball test, when you watch Terrence Crawford, you're like, whoa, you can see it. Only thing is, Fundora, right?
Right.
He's beat a lot of good fighters.
Yep.
So I think he's earned the right for maybe he should have his fight where it should be for the ring belt.
By the way, this is...
But if it don't go like that, I'm cool with Boots, baby. I'm cool with it.
Shady's got a good point. I don't see how this could be for the Ring Magazine Championship when Boots Ennis has had one fight against the non-top 10 fighter in the division, and Sebastian Fundora.
There it is. One fight against the top 10. A bum. So they don't even agree that it's ready now. What's up, Sobers?
What's up?
What up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. Yep.
What up, Pastor Sobers? What's going on, bro?
What's up? What's up, Carl?
What's happening?
Chilling. I'm hearing y'all talking about this fight, man. These dudes they're not gonna fight. I don't think they're ever gonna fight.
Wow. Okay.
Well, you know what I like, Sobers? I like the fact that Vergil is in position. Vergil is arguably the top dog at 54. The guy without a belt, without nothing, is the biggest name at 54 right now. The guy making all the fucking noise.
Right.
And this is the thing, right? So with the Boots fan club, right? This is their ideology. So they give Vergil crap for not ever holding a belt. Well, why the fuck does Boots want to fight him now when he still doesn't have a fucking belt?
Right. What was the fight before?
Yeah.
2 contenders just fighting. So this is how I see it. Like Ortiz and Ennis, they're trying to get the upper hand on each other. Both of them want to be the A side, right? One of them wants to have the upper hand in the business negotiations. So that's why you see someone like, you see Vergil saying something like, yeah, whatever, my dream fight is to fight Errol Spence in Dallas Stadium, blah, blah, blah. You know, because then you'll have that name on his resume, and you'll see that he's already saying stuff like, I'm above him. You know, he's going to have to bend the knee to negotiations to me. He's going to be B-side, right? And his fans aren't going to want that, right? So you see how they're saying that they don't like Ortiz talking about fighting Errol Spence. if Eddie Hearn was lining that fight up for Boots Ennis, they would love that shit. You know what I mean? Because then Boots would have that name on his resume, and he can hold that over Ortiz and say, no, you're gonna do what I say when we fight. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be on my terms, and that's what the kind of thing is right now. They're trying to see on whose terms is it gonna be on. So I see Ortiz. That's what I'm like. I don't see him fighting, bro. I don't see him fighting anytime soon. And watch, the way Vergil fights and the way Ennis is skilled up. One of them will take an L before they make it to each other. And in the perfect world,
Yeah. That's.
I mean, like in the perfect world where they're both undefeated champions and they fight, which is what they're trying to do, right? I don't think that's gonna happen. One of them's gonna take an L before they get there.
No, I see what you're saying. Adam, go ahead and hop on, man. I get what you're saying, and Carl's Australian, so your premise is null and void. But that's what we're.
Look, man. I don't even. You know what, Frankie? I don't even pay these dickheads no mind, brother. They can be shot down to pieces very easily on a panel.
And Sobers is Iraqi.
I am from Iran. Okay.
That's why he's in Atlanta, bro.
Iran
from Iraq.
Frankie, check out my new shirt I just got today, bro. Check out my new shirt. Put me on the big screen, bro. Have a look at my shirt and my avatar.
Oh shit, I don't know how to do that right now, Carl.
Motherfucker! I got
click on his emoji.
But see, you know what? I'm gonna take flack for, but I'm okay with that. I think Vergil has way better fights and way more money to make and clout with Fundora and All Mexican Showdown and Xander Zayas with a Puerto Rican Showdown. So really, he doesn't need Jaron Ennis, if I'm being honest.
You know what, man? I think Ennis is a good fighter, man. I think Ennis is gifted. Ennis is talented. We not anyone that knows boxing knows that. But man, the thing is, he hasn't had the level of opposition, and he hasn't had his chin checked, bro. I want to see him face a barrage of punches and see how he's standing after it, bro. That's all. Yeah. I want to see him get his chin checked. He's ticked a lot of other boxers, man. But a dude that's 35-0, come on, man. Like when you want to compare a Roy Jones to Boots, like what the fuck had Roy Jones done at 35-0, bro?
They're treating him like Deontay Wilder. You noticed that, right?
Who, Jaron Ennis?
Yeah. How long was it? How long was it before Deontay Wilder really hit the world level? He was about 40. He was like 39-0, 37-0.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they're doing with Ennis. It's because if something's up, it's not for no reason. It's because they know something's up.
Yep.
Yeah, Mr. Holmes and Eddie, you're welcome to hit the link. I mean, that's what we're here for, is the smoke. But you know what, man? I mean, yeah, he's already 35-0. He's fighting tune-ups. He turned down the fights, but I agree with you, man. I'm in agreeing that they're not gonna fight. But are you okay with that? You know, like, do you still think they're good fighters, Vergil Ortiz and Jaron Ennis?
Yeah, I mean, I know Vergil's gonna go through I know Vergil's already putting himself through the gauntlet. So
I'll be disappointed if it don't happen, bro. It's got to happen. I just think it's got to be worth something. I think if it happens right now, man, I got Vergil wiping the floor with Boots. I got him wiping the floor with that dude. Because after watching him go 24 rounds with a dude named Karen, and hey, let's all be honest, we'd never even heard of a dude named Karen, let alone a dude named Karen Chuzkalensky.
Dude, fucking Boots twice.
And now all of a sudden, fucking Karen's going to be the next fucking undisputed.
He's a fucking killer. He's a fucking killer.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing.
See, this is where they get it twisted. See, this is the difference.
Underrated.
He's saying Mexicans like we're all Mexican. I mean, like I said, Sobers is Iranian and Carl's from Australia, dude. Like y'all, I don't know. I think you guys
need to pick up the
Spanish.
Thank you, come again.
I think come again. You need to be a victim, Holmes and Eddie. You don't feel worthy unless you're a victim, and that's what makes you a victim. Don't you guys think? Well, look, man. How do you? I mean, the Earl Spence fight might not happen either. Like you said, it's a lot of posturing, right? But let's say he does fight Earl Spence. That's a good fight to me.
I would love to see Errol Spence versus Vergil Ortiz.
right?
I
Like,
don't
why
think it
not?
happened. Hey, you know what, man? It's a hell of a name to have on your resume. He's only got
That's
one
what
loss
I'm
on his fucking-
saying. And
only got one
Sobers
loss
just
on his record.
just said it. If they could have got that, then that's what they would have did.
Yeah, Ennis. Yeah, they would have done that in a heartbeat. Yeah.
Oh man, see, I didn't even think of that part. Yeah, and Charlo. I mean, that's why Eddie Hearn said they want those names too. They want Charlo, they want Earl Spence. But my point is that Vergil gets a lot of flack for saying those names.
Of course he does, because the name isn't fucking Boots Ennis. And yet, who was the first name when Rapstar asked him, who's the first, give me 3 names at 54 you want to fight? What was the first name he said? He said fucking Boots. Like, man, the dude just fought last weekend and he's already ducking fucking Boots. Like, I've come across desperate fucking women in my times, bro. But some of these men actually need a fucking role model with testosterone, not fucking estrogen. Because it's really feminine energy. Very feminine. Very feminine. Very labia-like.
And I agree. And my other point is, I mean, at least look, man, whether you like Vergil Ortiz or not, you know, some people don't like him. Like a lot of the Mexican fan base, they're unsure about him because he's not Mexican like Canelo. I think he doesn't speak Spanish, or he speaks very little. And he's had some issues. But I think
well, the most suspect thing I seen him say was, "Oh man, I can't wait to get home and have my grandma's hamburger helper."
Oh,
that was a red flag for me, bro. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
Who said that?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Ortiz.
Did he?
Yeah. He was talking about like his grandma makes his favorite hamburger helper. I was like, what?
Yeah, he did
your
say
grandma
that.
making you hamburger helper, bro? What?
That's some like
I don't know.
trailer
That's a red
trash.
flag for me, bro. Yeah.
That's some like trailer trash like comment, huh?
Yeah.
Some
The
hamburger
fuck, like you're dissing your grandma. You don't even know it, bro. Like,
Uh-huh. No, I agree. I mean, man, you know what? I mean, look, if they do fight it, it should be for something too. I mean, I played that clip of Max Kellerman saying for the ring. Do you guys give a shit about things like that?
Man, to be honest, man, the thing that I just can't keep going past is the flack that Virgil's copping for a dude that's never held a belt. This is what I'm hearing from the Boots fans, right? Never held a belt.
Good point.
Never held a belt. Never held a belt. Boots was unified at 47. Well, what the fuck does Boots want with Vergil now, man? Vergil still doesn't have a belt.
that's what I'm saying, Carl. They're just trying to get like that A side in the negotiations. You know what I mean?
But
So
you can't.
that's why I see Ortiz doing that. You know?
You know what I say, Sobers? Like, the thing that with me, bro, and this is where I jumped off Tank Davis. I've jumped off a lot of dudes, man. And I got off the Boots Ennis fucking fan train really quickly. Like, it derailed when he fucking rematched Karen because he looked like shit in the first fight. He went, yeah, well, I'm going to
He looked worse.
I'm going to knock the cunt out. I'm going to knock him out. Let's rematch. Fights him again and goes the distance again. Now, all of a sudden, Karen's a fucking killer. And I'm like,
Right.
you can't sound like Wilder fanboys. Like, I think Boots has inherited all the Wilder fanboys, bro.
They had to go somewhere.
They had to come back, man.
I heard somebody call into a show and say that he'll pay to watch Boots fight his mom in the living room. Like, that's how much of a fan he was.
Well, there's still a disparity. A lot of these guys, they're protecting Crawford. That guy, did you see the post of that guy, Bruce Vane or something like that? The real racist piece. Well, he
the LDBC light.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really weird. You know that weirdo Dirk Dickhead. He posted something that guy posted about Vergil ducking, right? But I've already known this guy, and he actually hates Duran Ennis because he's protecting Bud Crawford. You see, you know how it works with them. It's like if you're a Haney fan, you can't be a Shakira fan. It's like
Wait, say that again.
Say what again?
He hates him because what?
He's protecting Crawford. This guy, what Dirk Dickhead doesn't know, and I hate to say his name, but is that he posted something that Bruce Vane said that his source that Virgil's ducking is that guy Bruce Vane, right?
Oh,
calling
okay,
it out.
okay.
And that guy has at least
I'm not as a reliable source as him, but okay.
but he has at least 50 videos slamming. I mean, worse than we are, Jerron Ennis, and that's because he's protecting Crawford. It's
I
just
can't
like
tell you.
Go
I
ahead.
can't tell you how many times I've argued with fucking Dirk over Boots and Vergil, bro. Just, you know, like over the years on Rap Stars, just arguing with Dirk about fucking Boots. And the thing is, man, he hasn't done shit, man. Once he fucking gets some opposition under his belt. See, this is the thing, fellas. When you're dead and buried, all you got left is your resume, bro. That's all you'll ever be remembered from, is the fights you took. And, you know, look at Boots' resume, man. 35-0 and fought who? Like, give me the best name on his fucking resume, fellas.
He's like one of those Mexican tomato can crushers, you know?
Building the, like you said, 39-0, 40 and whatever.
Yeah, but see, it's different in that situation, right? Because these guys don't have amateur careers, and they start when they're teenagers, right? So
yeah,
they're learning how to box professionally. When Americans, like a lot of these guys, were learning how to box in the amateurs, right? And they take the L's or whatever. I mean, they have a bunch of fights there.
The Americans,
that's what it's funny seeing. It's funny seeing Ennis with that many fights, because he had an amateur career too. It's not like he's you know. And then you see someone.
Man,
he's
like he's the Philadelphia fucking Pharaoh.
So it's like you see him. He's like close to someone like Teofimo Lopez's age, and you see what Teofimo Lopez has done in half his fights, right?
Yeah, I mean, shit, man. You look at what Morrell just did with 11 fights, and Madrimov with 11 fights, and you got this guy, 35-0, bro. Like,
so, like, yeah, like today, if boxing, if they believe in you, they'll send you, bro. Early.
You know what, but Sobers, you hit the fucking nail on the head, bro. This is fucking Wilder 2.0, because Wilder was 39-0 or fought fucking.
Yeah, because they're already
before he really hit the world level, he straight out ducked Vladimir Klitschko. Yeah,
he ducked AJ, bro, for fucking how many years? He was offered 120 million to fight AJ, and wouldn't fight AJ. We could have had undisputed fucking 6 years ago.
Right.
He didn't want to fight AJ, the unified champ. Fuck that! I'm staying in my WBC lane.
Pussy clap.
And then next minute you pull the 370-pound fucking lineal champ out of retirement after being on the coke and fucking schooners of beer and crawling out of pubs for the last.
Right. All of a sudden you want to fight. Yeah. All of a sudden you want to fight. All right.
Let's get him now. Let's do what Sugar Ray Leonard did to Duran.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
At the end of the day, man, this fight just makes more sense. Look, I mean, they're talking about marination. They say, oh, you're not a fan if you say marinate. But at the same time, I mean, it means more if they have something on the line.
I just wish fans would like fighters that chase glory, man, and chase the big names and don't make excuses and don't ride off other fighters' victories, man. Like Boots is riding the fuck out of this Lubin win, bro. He's riding this fucking like there ain't no tomorrow.
But that's the thing too. A lot of it is super political. Look what happened to Tim Tszyu, right? Like we look at and bash Tim Tszyu now, but he got played, bro. Like he had a shot at.
I know that camp inside out. I know the promoter. I know his manager. Man, Tim was his own worst. The only person I blame is Tim. Tim wants everyone, and he wants them now.
About how he was supposed to have a shot at undisputed with Jermell Charlo, and they kind of pulled a switcheroo on him, made him wait for a year and a half, and then at the last minute replacement opponent, and that was all done to get Earl Spence. They thought they could get Earl Spence back in the ring against Fundora. That was supposed to be the first one.
Well, I'll tell you the thing that happened with fucking Charlo, right? So Tim took step-aside money for the Castano rematch. When Charlo rematched Castano, Tim Tszyu took step-aside money to fucking let that rematch happen. Then after that fight, man, fucking Tim Tszyu, the contract was signed, bro. The only thing they had to do was get a venue, and it was going to be in Vegas, and that fight was released, man. The contract was done. It was all parties signed. And then in the 11th hour, fucking Charlo gets a Canelo fight. And Tim's left like a fucking bride at the altar, mate. Like, but then Tim being Tim, man, he just wanted to keep fighting. And you know what, mate? Tim's looking for a fight before Christmas, mate. That's the type of guy Tim is. Tim won't be able to stitch a fucking sentence together by the time he's 35. He's going to be super punchy. He won't, bro, because that's the type of dude he is. He's literally going to fucking really die in that ring. He just doesn't care. He's that's how he's wired. And his brother's exactly the same. But yeah, the problem is with Tim, bro, Tim doesn't have the chin to match that style. Tim has to change his whole style up, bro. And
these fucking comments are killing me.
Oh, what am I missing?
Who's?
All of them, bro.
You talking about the CBD or that fool said he said
Vergil Ortiz had a fight with Frederick Lawson, a guy who had a brain aneurysm.
Did he? I mean, I know that
Tommy
guy
Hearns got his ass beat multiple times. He came back. How come H Money don't go live no more? They want him to fight a guy who is a shell of himself.
I didn't even see that.
Ennis got a robbery win against Karen. Facts. Shut that soft ass shit up. Tell Vergil to sign that contract. What contract? There's no contract, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, man, these guys, they think because he jumped in the ring that there was a legitimate offer. I said, man, no. I mean, look, if Vergil turns down a legitimate big money offer, then yeah, I mean, I guess you could say he's a duck. But until that happens, then Ron Ennis officially turned down legitimate money from Turkey.
You know what? I'll say this: Tim Z's got a better resume than fucking Boots has, even with 3 losses. He's still got a better resume than fucking Boots.
Yep.
Take that home and stick it in your pipe and smoke it, you cunts.
Pillow fisted Karen gave Boots brain damage. Canelo the cherry picker, just like Ortiz. Like, what does Canelo have to do with this?
I love it. I fucking love it. I love it that we got.
Hey man, people are entitled to their opinion. You know that people think they could think whatever they want. You know what I mean? That's America. Like you could literally think whatever you want. Hey, I'm gonna switch it up just for a little bit. What do y'all think about Tio and Shakira? Is it weak as hell?
I like the fight. I like it, man. I like it.
Okay,
I think Tio might have something for fucking Shakira.
Yeah, that's the best fighter he's ever fought. More athletic than him. I'm gonna say he's more athletic.
Hand speed, fucking Tio can do it all, man. It's just we got to get the right Tio there.
The right Tio. Well, when he fought Josh Taylor, that was the right one. I think he did good against Barboza. It was a little lackluster because of Barboza, but go ahead.
I reckon Tio fights to the level of his opposition, bro. I've always said that about him. Like the Sandor Martin fight, like the dude was on his bike, and you know that is what it is, man. We've all seen how those fights play out. But man, his Loma fight for me was a standout, man. Loma didn't even fucking start fighting until the 8th round. I don't know what the fuck Loma was thinking, bro, but I had fucking Tio 7-0 in that fight, man. Tio had won that fight in the first 7 rounds. All he had to do was not get knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, Tio obviously has the better pedigree and resume. But
how many fights that dude had? How many fights that dude had?
Who? Tio? Like 15?
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, fuck. And he's fought 2 lineal champs. Be fucked. Be fucked.
The Cook Lonzo III, the return of amazing.
Dude, these guys, man, they are everywhere, bro. I respect. Hit the like, man. Don't be a hater, Eddie. Hit the like.
Yeah, hit the
Eddie,
like, you bunch of cunts.
That's why you get no respect. You just assume things. Look, man, it's free speech. People can say what they want. You know, flat-footed Mexican. I mean, look, it is what it is.
I love it when they say that about
Frick is code for the N-word.
I love
What's
that.
the N-word? What? I don't know an N-word.
Negative Nancy.
I know. Like Twitter said.
Frankie, if you don't mind, I just got a quick little song I'd like to sing. A few bars of this song that I dedicate.
Hey, wait, no, like crazy shit, dude. Come on.
No. It's a real beautiful song.
Okay.
Lonely, I am so lonely. I have nobody to call my own.
And you actually sing kind of good.
Oh, you should see him on when we do the karaoke, bro.
Oh, for real?
Fucking oath.
Yeah, fucking car goes in, bro.
Dude,
I
I
am the
can't.
karaoke
I can't
king.
sing or dance. I literally cannot
See,
sing.
Well, I've been married for 30 years, bro.
I have a horrible voice. I can't hit a note to save my life. Free
I've been.
Akon.
I've
Yeah,
been-
he got locked up. OG Blaze. Salute. So, do you think it's gonna be even a good fight? I mean, shit, man. It's pay-per-view.
It's a
I
great
know
fight,
Snowbirds
man.
is gonna
What are we
buy it.
talking about here?
Everybody. Huh?
What are we talking about? Tio and Shakur is a fucking great fight, bro.
You think so?
I love
Ah,
it, man. I love it. I'll say what you will, bro, but I love it. I fucking love it. I love
That-
it, man.
dude,
I
Shakira-
think Tio.
Okay,
gives
because you're
Shakira
betting
all
on
off.
T.O. to come in and go gangbuster. You think he knocks that buckwheat out?
I think Shakur makes that. He's going to taste it, and I think he's going to be very negative and do a
Taste
bit of
it,
Tom
huh?
and Jerry.
Make him taste these huevos.
Webber.
T.O. Man, he's lackluster though. He just really has these moments where he looks like he's uninterested, and if the guy's not fighting back, he looks like he doesn't know what to do. You know?
Yeah, but I still give Tio props, man. Even though he ducked Devin Haney,
Doug Devin
to be honest,
Haney,
man,
nah. Who would
Yeah,
Doug
he
Devin
did.
Haney? Ain't nobody
Well,
ducking
he
Devin
did.
Haney.
He did, man. He pulled out of negotiations. Turkey was negotiating.
Buckwheat was funny. They called him Buckwheat. That's not racist. Is it racist to call Speedy Gonzalez Speedy Gonzalez? I think that is. So then, come on.
Wow, buckwheat, that's racist. Wow.
His name was Buckwheat. His name was Buckwheat. Like literally, it was.
Yeah, they got the same haircut. The same
my
haircut, right?
My
I
dad.
don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck
my
you're
dad.
talking about.
Watched the Little Rascals, and so he was Buckwheat, and he literally has the same haircut.
The broccoli head.
But is Speedy Gonzalez racist? Low key, right? Well, you don't hear us cry about it.
Exactly. Why is everyone so fucking sensitive? Come on.
Because people want to be victims. It's cool to be a victim, right? Like, if you need someone to blame, then you have, you could do whatever you want. As if you can blame somebody, you know what I mean? That's the way, man. You gotta have,
play your didgeridoo.
huh?
Go play your didgeridoo. That's not even how you spell it, but he's trying to say didgeridoo. He's saying, go
What?
play your didgeridoo, you cunt. Teal female Shakira is garbage. But that's not how you spell it.
Yo,
That's
God.
definitely not how you spell it.
Who
Nah,
is
it was nice attempt. But look, English, like school and learning and shit isn't some of these kids' highest attributes, right? Paying attention in class just wasn't at the top of their fucking list. And it tells.
that?
It tells.
You got the spelling bee winner, y'all.
Oh, do you remember me and fucking who was it? Me and someone we were talking about the Savannah White BC spelling bee. Oh man, we had some good candidates.
No, Gonzalo jumps to the VC and he's like, I was the 5th grade spelling bee winner. I'm very
What?
smart.
5th grade. Fucking good on him.
Shout out Gonzalo. Shout out Gonzalo if he's anywhere. Who?
The civil rights movement cleared the way for a lot of Mexicans to come to the United States.
What do you mean? See, that's just
He was already here.
because- yeah,
He was already here.
exactly. We were already here.
We
Plymouth
didn't
Rock.
cross
what
any
is it?
borders. The borders crossed us,
Yeah, California didn't land on us. What is the saying? What do they say? Plymouth Rock.
Plymouth
didn't
Rock
land-
ain't land on us. We landed on, yeah.
Yeah, that's us. We're the original Americans. What are you talking about?
The
See?
real Americans, baby.
Yeah. This was what was it called? Azteca? What was it? Aztlan. You're on Aztlan.
Aslan. Yeah,
Aztlan. That's where you're at. Okay. And if you want to get and if you're in ATL, wasn't that where the Cherokees were? That's the
Yeah.
original.
It's called it's the Reconquista.
Was it really the Cherokees in Atlanta?
I don't know. That's where they did I know that's where they did the Trail of Tears. That's where it started.
In Atlanta? Atlanta?
In Georgia.
Okay.
They made them watch from Georgia to fucking Oklahoma.
Yeah, man. So see, you tripping. Anyway.
Mexico was the first to abolish slavery. Actually, that's a good fact, Matan. That's a really good fun fact. Mexico and United States, they started fighting over slavery because it was outlawed by Mexicans. So a lot of Africans were running to Mexico because they would be free there, right? And they wanted to keep their slaves in Texas, and then they didn't. They ended up causing a lot of fights. So you're welcome. We're the original civil rights movement. We're helping y'all.
There you go.
Before you even knew you needed help.
Get a
I'm a
history
fucking
lesson
immigrant.
every day.
My relatives were horse thieves, bro. They came over to this country in fucking chains and shackles, bro. They didn't want to fucking be here.
Yeah. Before those African slaves got here, there was Irish slaves, right?
Man,
Dude,
in
basically
Australia,
everybody's
in
been.
Australia, in the penal colony, bro, when you were a convict, you came over.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. And they just
bro,
dropped you off.
There you go. And then once you serve your time, you can fucking swim back home if you want, but you're not getting out of here.
But look, man, that's history in a nutshell, right? Everybody at one time has been on the bottom. You know what I mean? And it changes.
Yeah.
Then someone else is on top, and then that's the story of humanity. One day you're on top, the next you're not, man. You just.
So it was like the Hunger Games in fucking Australia, right?
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
It's like
you serve your time, and then off you fuck. There you go. Go out in the scrub there and start a family and start farming. Off you go. Off you fuck.
Good luck.
But here's the thing with history, bro. History's called history for a reason, because it's in the fucking rear view mirror. You know what we do, people? We move forward. We move forward, and we strive for our families. And I don't know, man. Some of these cunts are they're missing a major part of their brain. A part of their brain is missing, and yeah, I don't know. Like I said, man, you can fix a lot of things, but you cannot fix fucking stupid. You just can't do it.
Well, you can't help everybody, right? They got to learn on their own. They got to seek it out. But
can't please.
What else? Does anybody care? You know what hasn't been getting a lot of hype is Benavidez and Yard. Like nobody's really.
I think that's a pretty good fight.
I think it's a good fight, but I mean, nobody really cares about it because I don't think they think that Yard has a chance.
I like the Haney Norman fight, bro. I like the Haney Norman fight.
Yeah, but that could be a snoozer, man. I mean, Haney's best chance to win is just jab and grab and run for his life. And I'm not too confident in Brian Norman that he's that good. That's another guy.
I just don't know if he's got the skills, man. I just don't know if he's got the skills.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you really know who Brian Norman is? I mean, people keep saying because he not. You know what it is? Like, it's recency bias. He knocked that Japanese dude out. But I mean, that dude like ran into his fist. It was just like, come on, man.
Yeah, but he just stood there, man. He just stood there and fucking copped it sweet.
And we don't claim Santillan. You know what I mean? I was telling the homies in the chat, like they were like, "Nah, he's gonna beat Norman." I'm like, "Bro, Santillan is his punching bag. Like, he went life and death with Rocha. So Norman is suspect. He's a suspect right now. And that's another guy Jerron in his duck. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, that's what I heard. Salute, Matone, salute combat. If you want to hit. The link is in the chat. Hit the link. We're talking Benavidez.
Does he really?
Yeah. He said some crazy shit. Because
Brian Norman doesn't have Clarissa Shields in his fucking pound for pound.
Was that a mug who was humping? I thought you guys were Blaze. I thought you and Sarge were saying that. I remember you guys telling me, "Nah, don't trip." Because I told you, I said Norman might beat this guy. Nah, Santillan. It was in Santillan's hometown, and dude, he got like knockout of the year. Norman stepped over him. It was ugly. It was a real bad day for Mexicans that day. And I don't think he's come back from it. Has Santillan made an appearance yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Neither has Rocha. But yeah, Norman, shit, man. If he beats Haney, they're gonna put him pound for pound. But my fear is if Devin Haney beats Brian Norman, no matter how fucking ugly, they're gonna crown him like number 5 already, maybe number 4 pound for pound, dude. That's gonna be nasty work.
Look, man, I like the fight because I want to know if Norman Jr.'s got the skill set to beat the boxer, and if Devin Haney still got it, man. Because I'll be honest, man, that Ramirez fight was absolute arse. And I mean, Jim Lampley said it best. Jim Lampley said, for a place that never sleeps like Times Square, these people are about to go to sleep.
For what?
For that Haney Ramirez fight. Jim Lampley in commentary. I still
Well,
remember
shit, man.
man.
They put him, is Combat Sports amok? They put him as a co-main. Pitbull over Roach, bro. Yeah, you know what? I hope, but shit, man, all Roach, man. Look, man, but you guys don't understand when it comes to these matchups, all those guys have to do. Okay, that's what I thought. All these guys have to do is just jab and grab and make it and pitter patter. What is foo badoink? I don't want to give that guy no credit. And they get a decision. Like, when are we gonna learn? You know, they you know the come forward. Sobers, go ahead, jump back in or peace. Thank you for joining. But don't we see it all the time? These guys, the boxers, the slick guy, they get the decision, bro. You know, they and then when Shakira has the nuts to stand in front of Padley, they fucking glazed him for Padley. Oh, he's not a runner. He stood there and exchanged like he was fighting Josh fucking Padley. How do you get credit for Josh fucking Padley? No knees taken. Yeah, but look, they give that style the win. Yes, that style, jab and grab, hold, clinching, you know, the Andre board, the Shakira's, Haney's, you know, that gets rewarded. You know, Turkey Ali had said that no more Tom and Jerry, but what I seen is he gave Haney $36 million.
Holy fucking Jesus.
Yeah, he got a 3-fight deal for $36 million. That's what the Normans are claiming. And I said, dude, that means he's Turkey's boy, dude. There's no way that Norman can win. You know, Norman has an uphill battle, bro. Go look it up. Yes, Brian Norman Sr. He does a lot of talking. He said that Haney is Turkey's boy and is getting $36 million for 3 fights. So I'm not a mathematician. How much is that? 12? No, that's 12 million per fight. I mean, I don't believe it. That just sounds way too much for Devin Haney. Coming forward, throw a million punches and ain't winning. Well, that's not true.
Was that Ramirez fight on that deal? Did he get 12 million for that fight against
No,
Ramirez?
I think that's because you know what Turkey wanted was really Ryan and Haney.
Yeah,
Ryan.
Of course he did.
So that was just Devin got like 10 for that. Like, it's crazy. Like, this is a new deal. So what the Normans are saying is that no, Devin had to take this fight because Turkey offered so much money. They didn't want Norman, but you know, Turkey wasn't gonna give that much money for bums, like you said. Like, was it you or Sobers said that Eddie was giving millions to Haney for fucking trash fights?
Yes, $3 million he got for Jojo Diaz and Jorge Linares.
Yes, and Norman is getting like 3 million, I guess. So that's a really large disparity, 12-3.
Well, but you know what, man, Norman, that's all he's worth, bro. Let's be honest. Like, this is his first. I mean, at least Devin's got some decent fucking names on his resume. At least he's got some champions under his fucking belt. I mean, I think all these cunts are paid too much money, man. I think it's just crazy, and I think it sucks because that's where the business takes over the betterment of boxing, bro. Like, that's where we don't get these legendary fights because of the business. And at the end of the day, man, before I get out of here, bro, I just want to say that Vergil's in a position right now where Vergil can make some big money. Vergil's put himself in position. And how he's done that, ladies and gentlemen, is he's fought really good opposition. Really good opposition. So if all these Boots fans can get a message to Boots, can they please just go and get Boots to fight someone worth a fuck that's fought someone worth a fuck? And we'll start giving a fuck. And on that note,
simple,
Frankie,
right?
thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you, Carl. Really appreciate it. Salute.
Peace,
Carl, the crocodile from Australia. So it's not just Mexicans like the haters are saying, but like Mexican boxing said, we don't block black fans over here. I don't block anybody. I mean, unless you're saying racist things, you guys block because you can't debate with facts. It seems like that. If you go there, they'll block you. I don't block anybody. I just won't accept racism or talking crazy about women or children. Like it's boxing talk, bro. Mr. Holmes, see the Adams, the Holmes, the coach, they can hop on and I'll have a conversation with them. Thank you. Hit the like, guys. Please hit the like. That's what Mexicans do, throw a million punches and miss 99. Well, you know what's crazy about that, Mr. Holmes? In Canelo Crawford actually threw like 500 and landed like 100. He had a pathetic 13% connect rate, while Canelo had a 30% connect rate and was more efficient with his punches. So explain that, boxing genius. You can't, right? Chavez, Benavidez, they're all, lethal punchers. So that's just a stereotype. You guys don't like stereotypes. We don't like stereotypes. Cut Ali shit for the judges. Mars Boxeo, thank you. Salute. Hit the like. It's a prize fight sport. They're supposed to entertain the fans. Not exactly. But Turkey Ali, he said no Tom and Jerry, but he's given Davina Hanke 36 million. So, who knows, man? Who knows why he's giving Shakira a lot? And what I was gonna say about Shakira and Tio, Shakira is the guy that tells people after he fought it. Thank you, Carl. He tells people, I'm not fighting like that no more. Who says that? Mr. Holmes, who says that? What fighter do you know that you would pay for? And Stanky Davis, he's not great by any means, but at least he goes to knock people out. But you got this guy they call a generational talent, Dan Canobio. If he beats Tio, he's an all-time great already. They're already slurping this guy like no end. Right? For beating Teofimo? I mean, in a snoozer, he better stand and trade. That's the only way I could see him being a pound-for-pound fighter and exciting, and people want to pay to watch him. Look as a pay to fight, give him only one round. Exactly, throwing 1,000 punches. The guy's not throwing anything back, and they give him one round. Vergil's name is mad right now. The Zone after endorsing any fight other than. What do you mean they're paying him? They gave him big money. They want the fight. There's only one side that didn't. So, you need to check your facts. It's called facts, proof, and evidence. Mr. looking like a shirtless man hugging for 12 rounds. Yeah, man, they like the hugging, man. They like the hugging and grappling and low blowing. Thanks, Carl. No, CompuBox. Oh, now it's bullshit. Now it's bullshit. Well, like I said, I challenge you. I'll give you $50. We can watch the fight. Let's score it. We'll use CompuBox numbers. I'm not saying it's the gospel, but you show me and tell me where it was way off. That Crawford did way more. He threw like fucking 500 jabs that didn't land. He was just pawing with the jab, and they were counting that. But he only landed, I want to say 9%. I mean, a pathetic example of precise punching. Clean and effective punching. He did not do that. So you need to go get your facts straight. See, this is the difference between you and me. I'm going to use the facts. You were talking about they go throw 1,000 punches and don't land. And I just bodied you with the fact that that's what Crawford did. He threw a lot of punches and it didn't land. Canelo was more efficient in damaging with his punches. But, whatever. I mean, they don't score the body shots, just like was a Zapata. This will be boxing, not track and field. Yeah, but, that's how they score it. 36 million for Haney, all the plot. They don't care. Turkey doesn't care. They just, again, they want a new Floyd Mayweather. They're going to try to shove it down your throat and give it to you as many ways as they can. And click the link if you disagree. We all know they're delusional. I agree. Look, man, they're not bad fighters. Mexican boxing. And I want you to do it. You don't have to. It's free smoke. But what I'm saying is I give them credit. Shakira's a good fighter. See, I'm going to talk shit, but Tank Davis, Shakira, they're good fighters. I'll tell Bud is a good fighter, but they're not great like they try to tell you. They don't wow you. Bud did a lot of running. He did. Like I said, watch the fight. We can bet. I'll give you $50. You can come on. You can show me where Bud dominated and that he didn't run for like 20, 30 seconds at a time. If you could show me that, you earn $50, bro. It's real simple, real easy. Anybody, not just Holmes, not just fraudulent crotch Eddie, anybody. If you disagree with my take. Same thing with Madrimov. stood and shadow boxed. Bud cooked that man, almost stopped him. Where did he almost see? This is the crazy part about these guys. You know, they say like, oh, Shakira whips a pay to ass. Like, look, if he won, okay, fine. Like, nobody's crying about it. But he didn't whoop his ass. I mean, Shapeda looked like he wasn't even in a fight. I mean, he was just throwing nonstop punches. If Shakira was that, he would have made him stop throwing punches. That's the definition of domination. You stop the guy. You don't let somebody just throw 1,000 punches at you. You know, you counter, stop them, and you prove you're that much better. Most people don't read the Marcus of Queensberry rules. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's changed over time, you know, but the style of boxing has evolved. And Floyd Mayweather came along and talked about hit and not be hit. You know, Muhammad Ali, they say hit. Muhammad Ali, for his credit, he said float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. He knew what the fans wanted. You stand in exchange. Sugar Ray Leonard, they stood in exchange. It wasn't until Fraud Mayweather came along and a little bit of a Pernell Whitaker, you know, like running from Chavez all fight and stinging the joint out. You know, they learned, oh, we can't really beat these guys. That's what Fraud Mayweather told you guys. He said you can't beat these guys standing. Floyd Mayweather Sr. is on record saying that his style was to beat the Mexican fighter because you're not a real fighter until you beat a Mexican. Go look it up. That was the test of all these guys. That's what they tell these guys. You got to go fight some of these tough Mexicans before you step up and face the Chavezes because Chavez, you know, had beat all those guys. He beat the Mayweathers, and Floyd knew that his son could not beat a Chavez. So he got his style with the hit and not be hit because he knew you couldn't sit in exchange with those type of fighters. Do you understand me now? This is not my words. This is your all-time. This is your GOAT's words. You know, Floyd Mayweather says that he lost to De La Hoya. We know he lost to Castillo, who wasn't even as good as Chavez. That was Chavez's sparring partner. But we know. That's why they developed the style of hit and not be hit. Because they couldn't sit and take it. Look what happened to Meldrick Taylor. You can't sit and take it. That's why that style is developed. Shakir's style is to frustrate the come forward, entertaining style of fighter. Is it not? Mexican boxing, we have no reason to be mad. We have more champs than you guys. Well, that was the past. This is 2025. The heavyweight champion is a white man, and a Japanese is dominating the lower classes, and the face of boxing is a Mexican boxer. So that myth that you're saying right here, it's long gone. You're living in the past, homeboy. That ain't the case now. Has there been good African American champs? Yes, but they're becoming less and less. They're still great fighters. You know, in my chat, I don't think they'll get mad at me. I give him credit. I say that, you know, Tank Davis is an exciting fighter. Shakir is good. He's good. He's just not great. He's crashing out on your channel, Frank C, with you factual. Right. I mean, we're just talking about the styles. Because I say that Mayweather's developed his hit and not be hit style because they got bodied by Chavez and other Mexican fighters. He said that was his biggest challenge. That's not me. You're explaining Canelo got his ass whipped. Chavez got what? Are you kidding me? Bro, your idol had said that Floyd lost to Oscar and Castillo. The style was meant to stink the joint out. They can't stand and trade toe to toe. And I'm not going to sit and argue about a Mexican and black thing. It's pointless. But the facts are the facts. Talking about black literally go to Mexico and win. Against who? Yeah, if you go crush cans. I mean, what are we talking about? It's just silly. It's silly. Bro, stop it. Google America have the most. No, they don't. It's just false. You're lying. And like I said, a Eastern European white guy is the heavyweight champion. Canelo in the middle divisions is the face of boxing, and in the lower weight divisions is a monster Inui. So who really wins boxing? I'm not ignorant enough or egotistical enough to say that Mexicans just dominate from head to toe. I say, you know what? Mexican boxing makes the most money. That's why do you think it's Teofimo, I think he has Mexican parts, but Benavidez is the headliner, right? Not Devin Haney, not Brian Norman. Then in the next pay-per-view, you're gonna have Lamont Roach versus Isaac Pitbull. Then you had Manny Pacquiao, Rolly Romero. You have Ryan Garcia against Barrios. That's what they're gonna sell. So I mean, and Teofimo's a Latino against Shakira, an African American fighter. I played the clip of yesterday of Tim Bradley saying that that black and Mexican is the best rivalry in boxing. That's who you gotta fight and beat. That's Tim Bradley saying, and I played the clip. So, but look, man. Yes, there are great American champions on the Mexican side. There's Mexican Americans. There's Black Americans that are great fighters. They just gotta fight. We gotta see Boots and Vergil. But the whole point of the live was just to say that, man, one team is ducking. We know factual, and when Vergil came and spoke to the people, that's just the end and short of it. Mexican Boston says 14 world champions. Yeah, and you got this weekend, you got the all Mexican lineup with El Divino, Emiliano and Torres. Mexican says you only have 9. Yeah, I don't ever want to make it about that. You know what I'm saying? Facts are facts, and it could change. But as far as marketing of boxing, when you market the sport of boxing, you sell to the people that buy the fights to the biggest fan base. That's why Canelo's the face of boxing. So, they really want Vergil Ortiz to be next if they had it their way. And then on the other side, they want to make Devin Haney or Shakira the American face. So, look, man, there's room for everybody. But as far as Ennis and Vergil go, there's still Xander Zayas, that's another great rivalry. Black and Puerto Rican versus Mexico. So there's a rich tradition of Mexican fighters, Puerto Rican fighters, African American fighters. There's just such a rich tradition. It's shameful to try to disparage anyone's side. I think where people like Mexican boxing come from is that you see too much, it slanted the other way. Right? You see that the Floyd Mayweather Boyne style get too much credit and not enough credit to the who actually pushes the numbers and sells the fights and who buys the fights. See, that's the perspective that's missing. That's what I'm here to bring. And it's not to disparage any one side. We want to see, look, man, the only way this is settled is in the ring. That's where it's settled. That's when it's done. And I'm sure Jerron Ennis and Boots Vergil Ortiz and Jerron Ennis will fight. We got Shakira Teofimo coming up this week. I think does anybody look? Do you guys care about Eubanks and Ben? Does anybody care about Eubanks and Ben? Does anybody care about that? I don't know. I mean, they slugged it out the first time. They want us to pay pay-per-view for it. Americans are not going to pay pay-per-view for it. It should be a good fight, but I don't think we really care. I'm hearing Bud Crawford wants to come back. Eubanks is winning. Well, he's the bigger guy. I mean, Ben just looked outgunned size-wise. I think he fought a hell of a fight, but he was just outgunned. But Eubanks took a lot of damage, dude. They showed his face. You guys maybe seen the pictures. He was like lumped up, went to the hospital. He's talking crazy. He's funny. He got belt to ass. There's a saying is there's losing and winning and winning and losing, Mexico's number 2 to us. Well, but you got to think Mexican American too. So like Robert has BAM. Robert has a bunch of champions. See, you want to claim Americans too of Mexican descent. I think that's the part you're missing. See, you just can't stick with the facts, brother. Team Firestick boys. Yeah, and you can't blame people, man. You can't try to sell us that fight. We're just not gonna buy it. I'm sorry. And it has no meaning either. The only meaning I'm hearing, the rumor, Crawford may. Well, no, I guess he wouldn't. What if he fights Ben? Because I guess Eubanks is being trained by Cheeto Bomac. They're giving him a lot of credit because Cheeto Bomac. Yeah, Abel. Thank you. Salute. Hit the like, guys. Please hit the like, man. I really need you guys. Thank you. Welcome back. Well, thank you. You know what I mean? That's what I need, man. Everybody come back to the home base. You know, we had to take a little break, got family to take care of, and they need my attention. But I love the sport of boxing. I've been watching it. I only listen here and there, but I mean, I never like left. You know what I'm saying? I always watch boxing. It's really the only sport I watch, baseball, I love baseball, but salute to the Dodgers, but the Giants are my fan, 49ers. Football's I like football, but boxing is like, man, there's nothing like boxing, especially like we get this Vergil Ortiz and Ennis storyline, and look, never forget, it's just a storyline, bro. Like, they're gonna fight. But they're not big enough stars yet. You heard Max Kellerman, the ring. Like, let's see. There was a guy. I'm not gonna say his name. He's a podcaster, but he's like, oh, they're marinating, blah blah blah. He's really upset. I'm like, bro, you can't be upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need to build the fight. You do need to build a fight. Like, it will be bigger with the ring or titles on the line. That's just what it is. Frank was feeding his black baby mama the whole time. Man, you busted, bro. I got caught, and yeah, man, I popped one out. Yeah. But look, man, that's what it is, man. They gotta build the fight. I know you guys don't like to hear that. I'm not talking about marination. Okay, marinating is like Pacquiao, Mayweather, or Spence and Crawford, like 4 years. Dude, it's been one. But Matador, she wasn't always big. They explode. Like you marry her when she's like super bad, ass, got a big ass, and then they get lazy, because she got you. Once you buy the cow, you get the cow for free. She's motivated to stay in shape. But once you put a ring on it, man, she ain't motivated no more, So I gotta make her think I'm cheating, I'm not, but I gotta make her think so that she goes, oh, I gotta get my man back, Oh, hell nah, bro. What is how can you be a Seahawks fan with the Mexican flag? Where the fuck did you get to become a Seahawks fan? But they got their championships, salute Seahawks. So that, they not, you didn't get her big, but I'm working her, I got her on the treadmill, got her hitting the gym, I'm gonna get her in shape, you know what I'm saying? I give her leeway, because we like to eat. I like to eat. Frank, she makes good food. That's kind of the double-edged sword, right? Like, the girl can cook, but she eat too, right? Like, do you want a girl that can't fucking cook but looks hella good, or do you want a girl? Cause look, man, the pussy gets old. Like, if you've been with the girl for a long time, it ain't the same, right? So would you rather have a girl who looks good but can't cook for shit, or would you have like a cool torta that can cook? Frankie's still dealing with heart. Nah, bro, I told you I chose her over boxing, bro. But she got tired of me. She's like, bro, just go back. Just go talk to your little friends online. Like, she was really dissing me, bro. I said, all right, man. As long as I get my, home cooked meals, I'm happy. I'm a happy man. Happy. As long as my tummy's full, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? There's a trade-off for everything in life, guys. You know what I'm saying? So just cut me some slack, homie. You know what I mean? I'm getting a break here to come talk with my, my little friends online. That's kind of dissing me. Bitches over boxing, Frank. Bro, come on, like, dude, I gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, I'll have blue balls. I'll be talking all excited, getting hella emotional with blue balls. You know what I mean? Like, I need to get laid, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be out chasing hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of time and energy, bro. Is chasing hoes. A lot of hoes. you know, your girl will be happy. You get a little weight. You don't look the same. Your girl will be happy with you. But these hoes, they want everything. You know, you see these hoes now, man. They want that. You gotta have a car. You gotta have 100K. You know, you gotta take them out every night. These hoes ain't loyal, bro. If you get a good one, a loyal one, they can cook. You done your job, man, and then you just take care of her. You know, you just take care of her. You don't gotta wine and dine her. You just gotta do it once in a while and then act like and then ignore her. You know, that's the cycle, right? Take her out, treat her like, you know, treat her like a princess, like how they're taught. You know, the movies teach them they're little princesses, right? You go do that. Then you treat her like shit, you know, and then she wants you again. You know, you got to do that, right? Treat her like a princess, then ignore her. Treat her like shit. Don't answer her calls. Then, you know, that'll get her interested and excited again. Make her think you're talking to other girls. You know what I'm saying? It's a little game, man. It's a game. It's a game. Get good at it. You guys are still going back and forth with it. So, yeah, man, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. It's been 90 minutes. Cool. Relationship advice. Yeah, that's what I should run, man. It's not even relationship advice. It's just common knowledge, bro. You don't want to be hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like me as a single man, bro, I didn't eat too good, you know, staying up late, chasing hoes, a couple black eyes here and there. You know, if she don't listen, I'm not saying, you know, I would never promote that, but you know, some of these girls talk back. You know, you got to show who's boss every now and then, right? But no, treat her right, bro. You know what I'm saying? It takes two. But I think that's good, man. And you know, I dropped the link. Thank everybody, boxing, even the haters, Coach Crotch Eddie, Mr. Holmes, OG Blaze, the homies Carl and Sobers came through. Boxing Guru, hit the like, man. Don't be a stranger to the like button. Matador, Combat, Amok, Mexican Boxing, always coming through. Eric Gomez, more BC. Everybody's coming through, bro. We're getting back. We back. I love it. But we'll, you know, I'm gonna keep it updated. I don't know. You know, we got Benavides and Yard coming up. All right, so we got some things. Quechinga in the building, chilling. Mathon, you know, all the homies, man, all the real ones. I appreciate it. I'm gonna get this YouTube game back up because I like to have the highlights. I want you guys to see the screen, the videos, the text. You know what I'm saying? Who's a lie? Ain't nobody lie. Look, man, you could have easily hit the link. So I don't want to hear that lie. You know where you go and talk boxing, we can't go. We'll get banned and blocked. But I let you live, and we should get appreciation for that. You say, you know what, those motherfuckers, they're some assholes, but at least they're not haters. You understand me? You feel me? But anyway, guys, really appreciate it. You know what? It's hard to say when I can get back on. Try to do some videos, shorts, whatever. Keep, you know, but I appreciate the lies. This is the fun. Have you seen that clown show, the Bug Eye? Yeah, Taco. He talks crazy too. He talks like he's gangster. I told him, bro, you're not gangster. You're not. You're a bug-eyed taco hat. You can't be a talk gangster, act gangster wearing a taco hat. It's just, you know, incongruent. You know what I mean? Big word. But man, anyway, let's do it again, bro. Hit the notification for me so you know when I go on, because I don't really have a schedule, bro. Just it's you know, when I can get a chance, when I got a babysitter, you know what I mean? But anyway, salute everybody, haters. I gave all the names. Hopefully there's more to come. Let everybody know we're back. And yeah, man, hit the like, share, subscribe. Yeah, I need subscribers too, so we just get it bigger and popping. But anyway, man, with that being said, you know, I just want to play a clip on my way out of here. So you know, give you guys something to sit on, to, you know, get to make the haters mad. You know, that's the funnest thing, man. That's what you do in life, is make the haters mad. If you're not making haters mad, then you're not doing it right. All right, peace.